I just done a slaughter. Hey guys, you're watching You Want to Know Me. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of ZONOCraft Season 3. I have sort of burpy hiccups at the moment. They're driving me crazy, so I apologise in advance if it annoys you as much as it does me. Today we're going to be working on the western area of our sort of village. Our western village. I need to really think of like names for the places. Like we need like a town name, like a western feel, like I don't know, Sandy Shore. No, Sandy Shore is like a beach name, isn't it? We want like Dusty something. I don't know. You guys think of something. I'm sure you can come up with something. Dusty Hill. Oh, I like Dusty Hill, because it is sort of on a slant, isn't it? Dusty Hill. Yeah, we need to have a sign now. We need to make a sign with it. I like it. Today we're going to be working a little bit on sort of everything around here. But I want to first start off with the train track and sort of get that design somewhat in my head. So, typically, I need to run back and get my stuff because I'm so unprepared that I forgot it. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good today. I hope you're feeling well, feeling ready and energetic. Maybe you've had a hard day at school. Maybe you haven't been to school today. Maybe it's a weekend. I don't know. I can't remember what day I'm on now, so I don't know what day it's going out. Oh, what a fail. There's a cow on the roof. That's, you know, how often we say that in my area in real life. You just go outside and you're like, oh, there's a cow on the roof. I'm joking. It's very rare that you get a cow on the roof. What we need to do is I need to grab as much cobblestone as I have here. I don't have a great deal because most of it is down in the mine, but we've got a little bit here. And I think I want to make all of these into stairs. Because the railway, I think... Oh, they're not stairs. The railway I want to make mostly out of cobblestone stairs. And then I think oak slabs. I think I'm going to go for oak as it's a slightly different colour to the rest of the woods used in the area. So let's just make a bunch of these. We shouldn't need to go crazy with them because you get a lot of slabs out of this. There we go. That's way more than enough. Beautiful. Let's just have a quick go at this. So a few episodes ago, I asked for some questions of the day. And I got some really, really good ones. I got some not so good ones, but I got some really good ones, so I've copied those down, and we've got them on a list, and whenever I get the chance, we're going to go through one or two of them. The last couple of episodes, we just haven't been able to, with all the deaths in the nether, and then last episode was sort of talking about how we were going to do the automated system and doing it. This today is sort of an episode that we can sort of chill out a little bit, relax a tiny smidge, and really enjoy talking about these questions of the day. So I think we want to probably dig out this layer of sand here. I think it'd be best if the train track was on a flat section. Oh, it goes down a bit here though. Like, do we carve it out so everything's all on this level? It goes up one level here, and then it goes up another level here, and then it goes down a level. But we could carve that out, no problem. Yeah. Okay, we need to do it on the lowest level possible. I don't think trains work that well with inclines. I know in real life they do go up and down hills, but it's very gradual over a long period of time. They just don't go suddenly up. So this is a sort of testing area that we need to work on. So while we sort of do this, I'm going to talk about one of the questions of the day. And one of them was, have you ever... Or what is the most scariest thing that you've done? Like the thing that most got your heart pumping? There's been a few, and obviously I want you guys in the comment section below to write down what your scariest moments have been in your life so far. But there's been a sort of few. When I was a little bit younger, I was a little bit of a boy racer, shall we say. When I first got my car, I think when everybody first gets their car, they're a little bit too confident. They drive maybe a little bit faster than what they should in weather conditions and such. and I think they sort of not always end up crashing or rolling. Fortunately, I didn't. Oh, the sun's going down. Typical. Fortunately, I never did. I never rolled my car. I never even really had an accident. I bumped into a car once, but it was no problem. Like, I don't... It didn't affect me at all. That was my back windscreen was all frozen over in a very bad winter up in Scotland once, and I reversed. I was lazy and I didn't scratch off the ice off the back of my car, and I just backed into the car behind me. But anyway, that's off the subject. Scariest moment would probably have been actually a couple of years after I passed my test, and I decided to go into property development, which is my real job outside of YouTube. And at first, I needed to change my car because at the time I had a BMW 3 Series, and it's not really the type of vehicle that you would want to carry around property development stuff like cement mixers or wood and such things like that. You know, like big equipment or dirty equipment. You don't really want to mess up your normal everyday car doing that. So I got a van. It was only one of these sort of little... It's like a car that's been turned into a van, do you know? Or like a car that is a van type of that car. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. So how far do I want to go with this? I want to go a little bit further. I think I want to go further than that. I think I want to go out to... about what, like the entrance to the the entrance to the village is going to be about here. No, we had the path, didn't we? Yeah, the path's here. Okay, I think maybe I've gone a little bit too far. I think I might want to just keep it here. So yeah, I was in my van and I was coming back from one of the properties, and it wasn't like raining, but it sort of had been, and the ground was like, the road was a little bit wet, and I was on the dual carriageway. I don't know what, if you guys call it different in different countries, but basically 2 lanes going in one direction, 2 lanes going in the other direction, and you can overtake using the outside lane. I like this. That's a really cool looking rail. I'd love to get a shovel. Do I have a shovel around here? Let's go and make one. So I was travelling down the road, and at this point on the dual carriageway, at this point on the road drops down, like you go downhill and to the right while going underneath a bridge. So it drops down, and it's a long right, like a swooping right corner. And I hadn't had the van that long. Obviously, I was used to driving a car that could be a little bit twitchy on the back end. My BMW was very twitchy on the back end. It used to want to slide every other way apart from you wanted to go. It would go absolutely all sorts of directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the van was front wheel drive, so I never really had a problem before in it. It would go where you wanted it to go. It was nowhere near as fast as the BMW. But the only problem is I was empty at the time. I had no weight in it. And a van in the shape of a car with no weight in the back makes the vehicle very, very light at the back end. There's no... You've got to think about it. In a normal car, you have seats in the back, which obviously weigh down the back of the car a little bit. Seats actually weigh quite a lot. Shovel. Seats obviously weigh quite a lot. But when you don't have anything in the back, it's actually a lot lighter than you might think. Like it's crazy light. And as I came down this hill, I didn't really know that I was going maybe well, I still to this day don't think I was going too fast. I just think maybe I wasn't quite prepared, and the van started to slide. Now, we're on the dual carriageway, and the speed limit on the dual carriageway is 70 miles an hour, which might not seem that fast, but when you're not going the direction that you want your car to go, it's very fast. And I came down this hill, and it started to go to the right, and as I started to turn, because there was no weight in the back, it started to slide. It started to drift. And drifting isn't that much of a problem. Like, you can often drift a vehicle and keep control of it as long as you've got good car control. But in a front wheel drive, it's very, very different, because if you drift in a front wheel drive, you end up having no grip, and then suddenly all the grip in the world, and you end up sliding the other direction. So you end up sort of spinning, shoom, and it grabs grip and spits you out. And if you've ever played any racing game, I'm sure you've experienced that with the front wheel drive car. How are we getting on? Oh, this is looking good. I'm sure you've experienced that. And luckily, I actually slid pretty much perfectly, not deliberately, but pretty much perfectly to the sort of angle of the corner. So as I slid round the corner, I sort of carried on going around the road, and there was cars in front of me and there was cars behind me, and they sort of all slowed down and were watching. We're like, oh my god, what's he gonna do? And luckily, I feel, you should never say this about yourself, but I feel like I do have pretty decent vehicle control, so I managed just to hold it and get it in a position where I could regain control, and then it ended up being okay. I ended up regaining back control, getting grip again, and carrying on. I must say, the whole trip home, though, no cars overtook me. They were like, we ain't getting anywhere near that guy. That guy's crazy. So I never got overtook, and I carried on going. My heart was pumping so fast, so fast, because the last thing you want to do is have an accident in your brand new vehicle. It was literally only, I don't think it was even a month old or something like that. And even to this day, because I go down that road quite a lot, I use that road pretty much every day. And to this day, when I get to that point at that bridge, I do not sort of drift away from concentration a little bit. It's full concentration at that area, because I think what done it was the road was a little bit wet, and there was quite a few, in fact, potholes in that area on the road. The road wasn't very well taken care of. So I think as I turned to go around the corner, I ended up getting a pothole, which ended up sort of unsettling the vehicle. You guys know what I mean. You know, you've all played racing games. I'm sure you all know what it's like. You've all seen Top Gear. You know what it's like when you slide. But I think that's what the problem was. So yeah, I think that has to be my most heart-pounding moment ever. And it wasn't that long ago. It was only a few years ago. But boy, did it not! I did not feel good. At the time. Oh man, that was not fun. So what about you? I've said what my scariest heart-pounding moment was. I want you guys now in the comment section to put down your most heart-pumping moment. I know a lot of you aren't old enough to drive, so I'm not expecting a lot of driving stories, but maybe you have something else. Maybe you were in a vehicle when something weird or scary happened. Maybe it's something totally different. Maybe it's just something that you and a friend done. I do remember once, now it's not my most scariest moment, but it was pretty scary for me at the time. You guys are probably going to laugh at me for this, but I'm scared of heights. I really don't like heights. Like, heights are probably, apart from spiders and sharks, my only fears. Spiders, sharks, and heights. Obviously, I don't really get affected by sharks that much. Like, I don't really go into the bedroom or the bathroom and then have to come out and say, "Oh my God, there's a shark in there." Luckily, because I don't want that to happen. But it does with spiders. I'm like, "Oh my God, there's a spider in there. Help me." But I do remember this one time I was climbing a tree in my garden, and it was a big tree. In fact, it's still there, and it's even bigger now because trees grow. And I climbed up, and I was really, really high up. I was, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 foot up, which isn't like crazy high, but it was high, especially for when I was like 9 or 10 or 11 or something like that. And I climbed up and I got stuck. Yeah, honestly, I was stuck up this tree, and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Have quite a big garden. We have quite a big garden, so I can't exactly just shout because there isn't really that many people near me. Well, there's no neighbours near me. I don't have any neighbours, and my family and such wouldn't have been able to hear me. So I was like, what do I do? And I tried to sort of climb down, but I then realised that I was scared of heights, which is probably what caused it, in fairness, because I don't ever remember being scared before that. And I couldn't do anything. And I tried to make my way down. I tried to find a place where I could stick my foot, but I couldn't. I ended up slipping. But not only did I end up slipping, I ended up falling. So I ended up falling completely out of the tree. Fell all the way down. Oh, have you got anything that I can use to dye some? Have I got any wool first? I've got 4 wool. Oh, you've got red sand. Red stained clay. That would be perfect. Red sand. And then I probably want some oak stairs. So yeah, I fell out of the tree. I hurt myself really bad, and it wasn't funny. And I don't want to do it again. End of story, basically. There's not really much more to it than that. But yeah, so if you're going to climb trees, make sure there's someone about to be able to get you down if you get stuck, because it's not fun being stuck up a tree, believe me. So yeah, comment section below your most scariest moment. I'm very, very excited to hear. Very, very excited to hear. Anyway, that takes up questions of the day take up. I get so much time. I get so distracted with them. I just hope it's a story that was good enough for you guys to listen to. I was going to feel really bad. I do like the design that we've got here for our rail track, though. It's going to look so good. Off camera, I can carve out more and I can do the rest of it. On this side, though, I want like a bumper. I want the end of the line. So I've got these red stained clay as 2 sort of bumper points. I've decided to make the railway 4 blocks wide, like from this one to this one. It's 6 blocks wide if you include the slabs on either side. But I done that because whenever I do a vehicle in Minecraft, it's always 3 blocks wide. Like, that's your wheel and that's your wheel, isn't it? And it's a good scale for Minecraft. It looks somewhat as close to realistic as we can. And then for my lorries, when I do larger trucks and stuff like that, I do them 4 blocks wide, because obviously the trucks and lorries are bigger. So for the train, I want to have it 4 blocks wide as it's a larger one. If we ended up making the rail too big and too wide, it would make the whole train go crazy tall, and then that would be really unrealistic, because we want to keep everything to some sort of a scale. I mean, I'm pretty sure this train is going to end up looking a little bit bigger than what it maybe should, but hopefully it won't look too out of place. So we need these big... See, these are a little bit too high anyway, aren't they? But they're the rail bumpers. And what we need to do is we need to have, like, some logs along here. Like that. And like that. I didn't bring an axe. All my tools are at our actual base. We need a name for the actual base as well, or do we just call it base? I think we'll probably just keep calling that base. But yeah, I like this one. Dusty Hill. Dusty Hill. It sounds so good. It really does. I think I probably actually want fences going down here. And I want to take that one away as well. That was placed wrong. I think we want to have fence posts there and there. And a fence there and there. And then put these like this. That one. And build this up a little bit. Go away. There we go. And that one. Nope. That one. What? What a strange place. I haven't got an axe. I gotta break 2 of them. 1 and 2. Beautiful. That one. And there. And I think that's good. Yeah. That looks nice. That's a little bumper on the end so the train doesn't end up flying off the track. It can stop there, be unloaded. I think I want to have a crane. I think I did mention that anyway. I'm not sure if I did actually. No, I think we'll probably do the crane over here so the crane can then unload the train. You know, unload the bits in the train. That would be pretty cool. I think this might be a little bit too close to the end. I think we might need to have it up here and then move the stables over to that side, because then the crane can easily get to the trailer of the train to empty out the cargo and load all the coal up from the mine and such things. But anyway, I didn't get as much done as I thought I was going to this episode, but I did have a pretty good story to tell, I hope at least. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, then hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. It really does help me out a lot. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all the other stuff that's going on here. And I suppose we should see you in the next episode off camera. I shall do a little bit more carving out, get that train track in. I might even start on a few of these buildings, because a lot of them have the same sort of design. They're just going to have different interiors. So yeah, I'm sure I could probably work a little bit on that, couldn't I? Anyway, see you in the next episode, guys. Bye!